Texas. Kaieteur Radio 99.1, 99.5 FM, The Wake Up Guyana Show.
Having a party and don't know where to start? Then contact Afterburner Sound Company for all your table, chairs, tents, and music system rental needs. Contact us today on 326-0391, 644-7829, or 642-6613.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Tired of changing your baby's clothes? We have the perfect solution. Sleepy Denim Diapers, giving you that fashionable denim look throughout the day with the same soft touch. Look cool, look hip, rock in style with Sleepy Jeans.
Hello, welcome to today's news at noon that comes to you with the compliments of Sleepy Jeans. Kevin Smith here. These are the top stories we're tracking. Christopher Ram says Guyana will be stuck in a never-ending stream of payments. After 2 years, $1 billion Westminster school expected to be completed this month end. Killer confesses to wife's murder. Police sent him away. And BK wants government to review termination of $827 million school contract. Meanwhile, security guard and GTI student among 4 nabbed in car with guns. Stay tuned to stay informed.
Some things in life are better together, like pepper pots and bread, like listening to oldies with your granny on weekends, like mashramani and costumes, like secret texts between best friends, like a road trip, and playing songs on loud.
At Digicel, we're bringing together more of all the experiences you love. The best and widest variety of music, podcasts and local radio, cloud storage, messaging, and more. Welcome to Digital at Digicel. Digicel. Better together.
You don't have to be a fountain of knowledge to help children with their schoolwork while they're at home. But you do have to be caring, understanding, loving, and patient. It's an unsettling time for everyone, but children still need a safe and secure environment. So don't overwhelm them with endless news items or problems. Keep them gainfully occupied and amused, exercised and rested. Protect our children.
A message from the Child Care and Protection Agency, Ministry of Human Services and Social Security, and UNICEF.
And now for the news in detail. By the year 2025, Guyana will have owed some $20 billion to ExxonMobil and its partners in the Stabroek Block. This is because the country has agreed to fully reimburse these oil majors for the amount of money it took them to take the oil out of the ground and for the drilling, transportation, and shipping. Because of the unfavorable contract terms that the leaders have signed onto, Guyana will be stuck in a never-ending stream of payments before it can even begin to reap any benefits from the oil industry. These are the damning comments of transparency advocate, chartered accountant, and attorney at law Christopher Ram. He reminded that even as the country seeks to pay off the billions of unaudited costs on the Stabroek Block, ExxonMobil will continue to submit to the government further and higher bills on each of the license. In other news, the $1 billion Westminster Secondary School currently being constructed at La Parfait Harmony in Region 3 is expected to be completed by the end of this month. This was confirmed by Minister of Education Priya Manik Chand yesterday. The contract for the construction of the school was awarded to R. Basu & Sons Construction Company on October 1, 2018 by the former Minister of Education, Dr. Nicolette Henry. Works began on the school in the same month and were expected to last for 15 months. Meaning that the school was supposed to see completion in January 2020. However, it was stated that several factors resulted in the deadline being missed. Nevertheless, Manik Chand had assured last month that the works will be completed by the deadline, stressing that the government has a zero-tolerance policy for delayed works. In other news, it was a single stab wound to the heart that ended the life of Amrita Rahim, a mother of 3, killed by her husband. This is according to the post-mortem result. The autopsy was carried out yesterday, and the result revealed that her cause of death was perforation of the heart due to a stab wound. Meanwhile, we were informed by relatives that the suspect went to the Blairmont police station and confessed that he just killed his wife, but the police sent him away because he was drunk. The relatives are outraged about the matter in which the police handled the situation at the time. The suspect was subsequently arrested and is assisting with investigations. Meanwhile, local contractor BK International Incorporated has written to Minister of Legal Affairs and Attorney General Anil Nandlal requesting a review of the government's decision to terminate the $827 million Yarrow Cabra secondary contract. BK was awarded the project. These and other details were revealed by BK's PRO, Adam Harris. The government had terminated the services of BK and Courtney Ben Contracting Services for the construction of 2 schools, totaling $1.1 billion. The government had premised their decision to terminate the contracts on the fact that the contractors had failed to honor their obligations. And moving on Saturday, a security guard was among 4 persons nabbed with illegal guns in their vehicle on Queen and William Streets, Kitty. While the police force did not release the names, among those in custody are a 25-year-old security guard who was said to be driving the black Ford motor vehicle, a 23-year-old clothes vendor, a 32-year-old businessman, and a 22-year-old GTI student. Based on information received, a party of police led by a detective inspector at around 12:15 proceeded to the Kitty location. Ranks unearthed 2.32 Taurus pistols with their serial numbers filed off, 43 live rounds, .32 rounds of ammunition, and an extra magazine which were found in the front left side passenger seat of the vehicle. Investigations are still ongoing. It is 12:07. Coming up after the break, a serial shooter on the prowl, as a crippled laborer hit in the back, and teen strangled while drinking partner vanishes. Do stay tuned.
This is GHK Lal, inviting you to join me weekdays from Monday to Friday on the National Outlook for commentary on a range of issues, immediately after the 12 noon and 7 p.m. newscasts on Kaieteur Radio at 99.1 FM and 99.5 FM. Looking forward to you sharing in the conversation.
A lot has happened since oil was discovered in 2015. The petroleum industry is an ever-changing web of oil, gas, politics, and money. It gets complicated sometimes, but we can bring you all the latest developments and include you in the discussions here on Kaieteur Radio. So tune in to 99.1 or 99.5 FM every Tuesday night at 20 hours for Petroleum 101. With me, your host, Kamal King. Kaieteur Radio, the radio with a difference.
Welcome back. Let us continue with the news. A 22-year-old laborer is left nursing a wound to his back after he was shot outside his yard at the undernaming Sandpit village on the Essequibo coast Sunday night. The victim has since been identified as Brad De Silva. According to police, the shooting occurred sometime around 20 hours 30. It is understood that at the time of the shooting, De Silva was about to enter his yard when he heard 3 gunshots rang out behind him. He felt a sudden pain in his back. When the victim turned around, he saw someone standing about 15 feet away. The suspect was described as a slim-built individual. The gunman was also wearing a dark-colored hoodie and a mask. The suspect flee to the bushes of the Blackland. In other news, a 16-year-old girl was on Sunday last found dead behind her mining backdam home while her drinking partner has vanished, leaving her mother clueless. According to the police, the teen was strangled to death. A police report stated that the murder occurred between Saturday, November 14th and Sunday, November 15th at Kaieteur Dam in Region 1. Investigators revealed that around 12 hours on Saturday, the teen was seen imbibing together with her mother and some males at a shop in the area. Police assured the ranks were doing all they can to locate the man with whom she had left the shop with. Let's tell you now that the Ministry of Natural Resources said it is gravely concerned about reports of illegal mining in a buffer zone area in Petaro, Region 8. Photographs of the shocking site were making its way across social media over the weekend. Specifically, the investigation concluded that the operations have no permission to be at the current location. Hence, there has been an immediate issuance of cease and removal order. The ministry said it strongly condemns such acts and urges all parties to desist from such activities, lest they will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. The ministry stopped short of saying whether the miner, in this case, will be sanctioned. And coming from Singapore, OE Digital, SBM Offshore, a Dutch oil vessel specialist, has informed that the topside integration phase has kicked off in Singapore on the Liza Unity floating production, storage and offloading vessel. Once completed, this vessel will be deployed at ExxonMobil Stabroek offshore block in Guyana and will be Guyana's second FPSO in production. Meanwhile, Guyana may soon receive a proposal to convert its waste plastics into fuel, as discussions along this line were yesterday fostered in the office of the Public Works Minister, Bishop Juan Edgell. The minister was visited by a delegation from U.S. company GreenLink Renewable Energy, which proposed utilizing disposed plastics to be converted to fuel. As such, Minister Edgell explained that he needed not to be convinced for such a solution. He was also pleased to hear that not only will plastics be less of a pollutant through this initiative, but it will also provide thousands of jobs to locals. 12 hours 12, now for your COVID-19 update. The number of worldwide coronavirus cases, according to Worldometer, has reached 55.5 million, with deaths at 1.3 million, and recovery cases has reached 38.7 million. The Ministry of Health yesterday reported 51 new COVID-19 cases, increasing the total number of confirmed cases to 4,894. 9 persons are in the ICU, 68 in institutional isolation, 887 persons are in home isolation, and 67 in institutional quarantine. The COVID-19 death toll remains at 139, and 3,791 persons have recovered. Coming from CNN, U.S. President-elect Joe Biden has issued a stark warning that President Donald Trump's refusal to accept his election loss could hamper the incoming administration's pandemic response and its ability to distribute a vaccine. Most vaccines in use today have taken years and in some cases decades to develop, but governments have poured huge amounts of money into companies and institutions to develop COVID-19 vaccines, with initiatives such as Operation Warp Speed in the United States and the Vaccine Task Force in the United Kingdom. Meanwhile, the World Health Organization has warned against complacency following the announcement of the Moderna vaccine candidate is 94.5% effective against COVID-19, according to interim data. And that brings us to the end of today's news at noon. Remember, the news came to you with the compliments of Sleepy Jeans. I am Kevin Smith. Thank you for listening. Coming up next is the National Outlook with GHK Lal.
Tired of changing your baby's clothes? We have the perfect solution. Sleepy Denim Diapers, giving you that fashionable denim look throughout the day with the same soft touch. Look cool, look hip, rock in style with Sleepy Jeans.
Want value for your advertising dollar? Then place your ads on Kaieteur Radio.